Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Travis here with JC Wealth. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about something a little different. We're not going to talk about stocks today. We're going to talk about you. And we're going to talk about how in the next 30 days, you can completely change your mindset and as such, your lifestyle so that you never have to be broke again. I've seen it written and heard it before that this is what millionaires know that the poor don't. But in reality, all it is just what successful people know that the average person doesn't know. Now, I spent 8 years on active duty in the Marine Corps. During that time, I worked with some very elite units up to and including Marine reconnaissance units and naval special warfare. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I worked with private military contractors for 6 or 7 years in and out of Afghanistan. I've worked with ODA teams, Navy SEAL teams, and everybody in between the three-letter agencies. So I have a little bit of knowledge when it comes to the type of person that it takes to achieve that level of success in that arena. Now, the one thing that holds them all together and that they have in common with successful businessmen, as they tend to become successful businessmen when they leave the military, is they are all driven and they all understand the information I'm about to give you guys here in this video. So to begin, I'll ask you a very simple question, and that is, what one thing is controlling where you are right now in your life? What one thing is controlling where you will end up in your life in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? What is that one thing that controls all of us? That one thing is your choices. It's the habits you choose to create. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before, but let's play this exercise out. Would you rather have a penny doubled for 30 days or $1 million right now? And ask yourself this very honestly. Give yourself the answer. Say it out loud. Now, what if I changed that $1 million to $3 million? And I said you could have a penny doubled for 30 days or $3 million right now. What would your answer be? So with that particular example, you're looking at a penny doubled over 30 days or $3 million, right? A penny doubled over 30 days is over $5.7 million. But the lesson here is about delayed gratification. It's about taking yourself on a journey and spending those 30 days learning good habits that build and compound so that at the end of that journey, you've learned how to build wealth and earn money for yourself every day, not just take the free handout. But how do you create these positive habits? How are you going to create that compounding interest that ends up being the basis for your self-improvement? Good habits make time your ally, and bad habits make time your enemy. Whether it's with your finances or your body, it doesn't matter. If you start with good habits and you work out 5 days a week, whatever the case may be, you have to spend that little bit of time today for that overall positive outcome a week from now, a month from now, 10 years from now, when you're bigger, stronger, leaner, whatever the case may be, but 100% healthier. Whereas you could sit down right now and have a cheeseburger or have a donut and get that immediate spike of insulin and sugar and make yourself feel good right now. But 5 years from now, you will not be as healthy. You'll be heavier. You'll have a bigger waistline. You're going to have more medical problems. It is all about the choices that you make every single day, these small little choices that end up creating the habits that dictate the type of person you are. So in order to make good habits, you have to first notice that there's something wrong or notice that you want to change something. Then you have to actually want to make that change. Then you can finally start doing something about it. And most importantly, you have to like the changes that you're seeing. Otherwise, you're not going to continue with that habit. But habits aren't the result of motivation. See, it's not motivation that you lack. Motivation is just the spark, but that spark can be blown out by an easy breeze or a light rain. You have to create a plan. That plan will cement in your mind what your goal is. It starts to speak your goal and your plan into reality with specifics. Where does your goal fit into your life? You have to make room for your goals on your calendar. What time and what day are you going to actually put into work and into practice the efforts that go into your goal so that they can become your habits? Whether your goal is to become an athlete or to find financial freedom for you and your family, the path to those goals is the same. The only difference is the steps on that path are going to vary because your goal is different. but you're still going to have to get the repetitions in. You can't simply expect to make that goal and not work towards it and see the end result. In order to reach these goals, you have to make time for them and set aside that time daily, every other day, whatever the case may be, so that you can actually attain the results you want and keep earning it every day. There's loads of stories of professional athletes who were given millions and millions of dollars over the term of their contracts only to be bankrupt years after leaving whatever field that they happened to be in. That's because they were making poor choices with their money. They had great habits on the athletic field and terrible habits in the financial field. The world we live in is created to make you a consumer, to lock you down with debt so you'll settle into a 9-to-5 for the next 30 years and be a good worker bee. That's the design that's been constructed for you. But you don't have to be a victim to this design. You can be the architect of your own design. You can focus on your desires by putting them right in front of yourself every single day. Those repetitions, working towards that goal, is so important. No one has ever achieved anything incredible without repetitions. So how do you get started? Isn't that all reps are? It's just getting started every day? Whether you do it for the first time, the second time, or the 100th time, all it is convincing yourself to put on your shoes and just go do it. This is an important time to remind you that too many people are focusing on the end goal. Okay? If your end goal is to be financially free, it's to be a millionaire, whatever the case may be, that's perfect. I'm glad that's your goal, and that's a fantastic goal. Oftentimes people don't dream big enough, and that's why they end up settling for mediocrity. Dreaming big is huge, and it's very important, but you can't always look at the end result. You have to be looking at the starting line, okay? And I say that because all it takes to achieve that success is finding the repetitions and doing it over and over and over and over and over again. Success will be the end result of your daily efforts, not just some goal that's just so lofty and if you do something once or twice, you're going to get there. No, you have to think about how you're going to get there today. And whether that's day 1, day 10, day 30, day 100, it doesn't matter. The steps are always the same. You're going to wake up, take the first step, and put in the work. And then at the end, all of that compounding self-improvement interest will come to fruition for you through the success that you've been working towards. For example, I run the channel here, right? Now that Julie's not on it, I want to hit 100,000 subs one day. That'd be fantastic. But that's not how I'm approaching it. I say, what research do I have to do for my next video? Okay, well, did I set it up correctly? Do I have my script read out? Is it accurate? Does it make sense? Is it going to connect with the audience? Then I have to film it. Then I got to film it again. Now I got to edit what I filmed, and then I got to upload it and make sure the SEO is right so that YouTube pushes it out to as many people as possible. And then the cycle starts all over again. It's usually the repetitions that eventually lead to the result. But you have to focus on the repetitions. I have to focus on putting out more and better quality videos for you guys so that I can reach my goal. But I'm focusing on each and every individual video.